Valley Gym, the Saline Ortho Player of the Game. We'll have the Saline Ortho Player of the Game after a little bit. This is the Bank of Tesket Postgame Show, Generations of Confidence, Relationships for Life. Member FDIC. And Smoky Valley falls to 0-2 on the year. Southeast of Saline, a winner by the score of 35-22. Scoring went like this. 1 point, Keely Orr. 2 points, Emily Mears. 2 points, Madison Fear. 4 points, Karis Callahan. 5 points, Emma Fear. And 21 points for Molly Chitty. Scored in every quarter and scored 21 points. The difference in the ballgame was Molly Chitty. For the Vikings, 1, Jackie Hulse. 2, Bree Franklin. 4, Kira Haxton did not score. 6, Amanda Behana. And 9 points for Jordan Otto. Good to see her getting a few points tonight, but not enough as the Vikings put a goose egg up in the fourth quarter. They were down by 7 at the end of the quarter, and Southeast of Saline only scored 6, but the Vikings could not muster any points, and they fall tonight to the Southeast of Saline Trojans by the score of 35-22. And our Salina Ortho, time now for the Salina Ortho Player of the Game, sponsored by Salina Ortho, is the proud sponsor of Player of the Game, and that goes to Molly Chitty and her 21 points here against the Vikings tonight from Smoky Valley Gym. And that will wrap up our girls action post game. We'll take this 1 minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have a Smoky Valley boys pregame. You're listening to Smoky Valley Basketball on the Rockingham Media Network. Back right after this.
Don Bingston is your local Farm Bureau Financial Services agent and is proud to be in his 12th year as voice of the Vikings. Good luck, Vikings, and good luck, Swedes, in all your activities this year.
Do you know what major TV networks, Hall of Fame athletes, wineries, pubs, famous chefs, and brides and grooms from across the country have in common? They all purchase custom-etched glass at glassdecorators.com. Glassdecorators.com has been providing carefully crafted etched glass for nearly 30 years. An effective tool for company branding, etched glasses are also perfect for school and civic groups, special occasions, and that one-of-a-kind gift they won't receive anywhere else. Hemsloyd Scandinavian Specialties and glassdecorators.com, supporting Smoky Valley athletics since 1984.
Did you know you can purchase custom-etched glassware at the Hemsloyd? It's a perfect one-of-a-kind gift. Hemsloyd Scandinavian Specialties and glassdecorators.com, supporting Smoky Valley and Bethany athletics since 1984.
People's Bank and Trust is proud to support the Lindsborg community and the athletes at Smoky Valley High School and Bethany College. I'm Ryan Beard, branch manager at the Lindsborg location for People's Bank and Trust, a proud native of Lindsborg, and I'm ready to be your banker. People's Bank and Trust, meeting the needs of our community and always improving the way we do business. Located at 201 South Main in Lindsborg, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Go Vikes and go Swedes.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Viking Boys Pregame. The pregame show sponsored by Anthony Hopkins, proud supporter of the Vikings. Your sponsor of the Viking pregame show, Anthony Hopkins, State Farm Insurance, and the Viking boys. Well, they want revenge. They got beat at Southeast of Saline last year, and they are looking to right the ship. But they were looking to right the ship, get off the season off to a good start Friday night as they went to Abilene and got drubbed by the score of 85-67, although Nick Reinert scored 27, Brett Heitzschmidt 28 in a losing cause. But Abilene was a real formidable foe, and tonight the Southeast of Saline Trojans come in here, a very good basketball team, but the Vikings are going to be very capable of taking care of the business here on their home floor. Got a chance to talk with Coach Schneider earlier today. We'll have a couple of timeouts, and then we'll have the Viking interview with Coach Schneider, and then we'll be back for more pregame. You're listening to Smoky Valley Basketball.
Cold weather is here and you are running late. And so, of course, the garage door opener is in the car, and the last thing you want is for your kids to be standing outside in the bitter cold while you're trying to get your garage door open. This holiday season, when you have Overhead Door install a new garage door opener, they throw in a free keyless entry system. Convenience and security all rolled into one easy code. Wishing you and your family the very best this holiday season and a prosperous new year from your friends at Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas in Salina and McPherson. Online at odcnck.com.
Bethany College Swedes succeed. Bethany students lead lives of faith, learning, and service as they find their own pathways on Bethany's beautiful campus that's filled with opportunities to get involved with art, music, theater, athletics, service learning, sustainability, leadership, global citizenship, and more. Swedes succeed in their careers and their communities. Learn more at www.bethanylb.edu.
And welcome back to more Viking Pregame. Don Binks along with Coach Doug Snyder as you get the season opener out of the way, not the way we wanted it to do, and now it's the home opener and looking for better things to happen this week.
Yeah, we didn't play as well as we wanted to play on Friday. There were things that, obviously correctable things, that's the good sign. When you leave a game and you don't feel like you can change anything and you still got beat, that's when you have problems. But everything we struggled with that night, from rebounding to transition defense to how we played post defense, just all those things, the loose balls, those are all things that can be corrected, and I think we're headed in the right direction with correcting it. Like I said before, Abilene was not going to be a bad team. They're not ranked, but at the same time, that's simply a moot point. They have guys that want to compete, they have guys that want to play, and on that particular night, they competed a little bit better than we did. So we learn from it, we grow from it, we come back home, we have a chance to play here, we have a chance to play in front of our home fans, we have a chance quickly to get that bitter taste out of our mouth and do something different. Last year when we opened up, we didn't play extremely well against Abilene, but they didn't play well either. And so our second game, I thought we played much, much better, and we just kept growing from that. So that's always the goal. From game to game, we got to continue to get better, got to continue to grow, got to continue to come together as a team.
You had a couple of bright spots in scoring, as Nick had 27, Brett had 28 or 29. It was a good offensive night for those two.
Yeah, if you had told me before the game that Nick would have 27 and Brett would have 28, I would feel really good about our chances, because we usually don't give up that many points. So, our goal is always to score in the 60s and hold them in the 40s, and we accomplished one out of the two. Unfortunately, that second one was pretty big, but I thought Brett shot the ball extremely well. I think he was 7 of 12 from 3. A couple of forces there, but other than that, when you're hot, you take shots. And that's kind of what he did. But he took a lot of good looks as well, and he also finished the game as our leading rebounder with 6 boards. Nick did what Nick does. Nick got to the rim. Nick hit shots from the outside. I thought he was a really good leader for us. I thought he did a lot of good things on the floor for us. Even huddled our team together a few times to try to gather us together and get us going. Those are things we need from our senior leaders, and we need them to step up. And again, if we get some other performances that night that we expect we would get, I don't expect Jacob's going to go 1 for 6. I don't expect that, Ben's not going to get buckets in the paint. So if we start getting those guys to step up and do what they do, I think we'll be in good shape.
And it's good to have the rivalry renewed with Southeast of Saline. Went to their place last year, got a victory. Now we have them at home for the first time in several years, so it'll be a fun night tonight with a close rival.
Well, they got a victory last year. They beat us by 4 last year. It was a close game, though. We played really well, shot the ball pretty well. Came down the stretch. I think we were up for a few different stretches there, but it is nice to kind of rekindle that and get that little, 15 minutes between the two schools, and just to be able to play those guys. A lot of those guys know one another. They've seen one another in different sports and activities growing up. So to get them to come here this year and have a chance to avenge last year's loss, I think is big for our guys. Not to mention the fact it's the next game on our schedule, and we want to make sure we make amends for what we did last Friday and make improvements and grow from it.
And as always, a couple of keys to victory.
Well, I think the keys to victory are improving on the things that we didn't do well last time. We've got to rebound better. 16 rebounds for an entire game is not good enough. We've got to make sure we keep them off the glass. I thought our turnovers were pretty good, but I thought they were inopportune turnovers. If we're going to have a turnover, it can't lead directly to a score, and I thought most of them did. So we've got to make sure if we're pushing the ball, we're being smart about it. And third, I think we just got to come out with energy right from the get-go. We can't be complacent like we were on Friday. We've got to come out and bring that energy early, put them on their heels, make them have to be the team that has to make a comeback, and I think we'll be okay.
Sounds like a plan. Good luck.
Thank you.
Doug Snyder of the Vikings, and we'll be back with more pregame right after this.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by the Bank of Tesket. Generations of confidence, relationships for life. With locations in Lincoln, Salina, Tesket, and Lindsborg. The Bank of Tesket. Member FDIC.
We're the Bank of Tesket.
It's tough out there. Trying to stretch every paycheck a little further than the last one, it means cutting costs, and one of the best places to start is at the State Farm office of Anthony Hopkins in Ellsworth, because he'll do a free discount double check to make sure you're getting the car insurance discounts you deserve. Sometimes those can be up to 40%. So give State Farm agent Anthony Hopkins a call today, because being there to help keep more money in your pocket is why he's there. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The Quarterback Club of Lindsborg is proud to support athletics in the Smoky Valley. Join us each Tuesday at 7 a.m. in the Bethany College cafeteria to hear from all the Vikings and Swedes sports coaches.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap, drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa? We're glad you asked that. Casasa. It's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Casasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for Casasa. Offered locally at the Bank of Tesket in Salina, Lincoln, Lindsborg, and Tesket. Member FDIC.
Passing on a few more final scores, Lions boys lose to Inman. 36 for Lions, 52 for Inman. Smoky Valley girls lose tonight 35-22. McPherson leading Derby 40-35 in girl action in McPherson. And here it's the Viking boys against the Southeast of Saline boys. Coming back from last year's point-wise, Nick Reinert had 15 against Southeast of Saline. Zach Abel had 5. Brett Heichman had 9. Ben Weldy had 10. And Jacob Adams had 4. So the Vikings have a lot of scoring coming back. Southeast of Saline, not so much, as Jackson Montgomery had 28 and Bryce Banks had 14. And that was 42 points that they had that they don't have coming back from graduation. So it'll be a close action tonight, but we'll take a 1-minute timeout for the national anthem.
People's Bank and Trust is proud to support the Lindsborg community and the athletes at Smoky Valley High School and Bethany College. I'm Ryan Beavard, branch manager at the Lindsborg location for People's Bank and Trust, a proud native of Lindsborg, and I'm ready to be your banker. People's Bank and Trust, meeting the needs of our community and always improving the way we do business. Located at 201 South Main in Lindsborg, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Go Vikes and go Swedes.
Cold.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Don Binkson with you for tonight's game. And Jared Bass working the controls for us once again. Southeast of Saline is coached by Jeff Wells, assisted by Trenton Douglas and Joe Ross. And they'll send out the lineman of number 10, Bryant Banks. He's a freshman, 6 foot. Number 13, Grant Tilburg. He's a 6 foot senior. Number 20, Eli Harris, a 6'2 freshman. Number 23, Damon Douglas, a 5'11 senior. And number 22, a 6'3 junior, Nick Montgomery. For Coach Wells, it'll be Banks, Tilburg, Harris, Montgomery, and Douglas. And for the Vikings, starting off tonight, it'll be number 3, Nick Reinert, a 6 foot senior. Number 5, Zach Abel, a 6'1 senior. Number 24, a 6'4 senior, Jacob Adams. Number 33, 6'2 senior, Brett Heitschmidt. And number 42, a 6'4" senior, Ben Weldy. The Vikings are coached by Doug Snyder, assisted by Alan Meyer and Dayton Walter. Vikings will be in their home white uniforms, black lettering, black numerals trimmed in orange, and black and white trimmed down the side. And the southeast of Saline Trojans, all purple with white lettering, white numerals trimmed in black, and a little black and orange and white striping down the side. And Banks, a freshman. And Harris, a freshman. 2 freshmen out there for southeast of Saline. And it'll be 5 seniors for Smoky Valley. Ben Weldy will be jumping center against Nick Montgomery. And we are ready for action. Vikings will be shooting at the east end of the court here, southeast of Saline on the west. Tip controlled by southeast of Saline. We're underway. Bringing it up court quickly is Tilburg. Tilburg on the way up. Gets it over to Montgomery. Montgomery with it out top. It goes to Harris. Harris guarded closely by Abel. Ooh, a little traveling action there. Nothing called. And a ball tipped away, and it'll stay with southeast of Saline. Adams tipped it away. Vikings man-to-man all the way. Montgomery to put it in play. Montgomery looking, he'll go back court to Tilburg. Tilburg will bring it up against the Vikings man-to-man. He's guarded by Reinert. Around it goes on the near side to Harris. Harris dribble drive. Harris kick out to Montgomery. Montgomery dribble drive. Kick it out to Harris. Harris 3 ball. No. Rebound Nick Reinert. Reinert forcing the issue quickly off to Ben Weldy. Ben in the middle of the lane. Shot up and no. Rebound Jacob Adams. No. But a foul. And Jacob Adams got an offensive rebound. We'll have 2 free throws coming up. First call. First foul. Banks guilty of the foul first. Jacob Adams free throw line. No free throws last Friday. Misses the first. Just underway here. Varsity action. Boys, girls lost 35-22. Boys hoping to pick up victory number 1 in the season. Still 8th ranked in the state after losing to Abilene, and they take a 1-0 lead. Tilburg bringing it up against Reinert. So on the wing it goes to Harris. Back to Montgomery. Montgomery dribble drive. Kick out. Tilburg. Tilburg dribble drive. Knocked away by Reinert. Here come the Vikings. 3-on-1 break. Off to Jacob Adams. Good. Jacob Adams. 3, southeast of Saline, 0. Tilburg slowly across the timeline. Looking for Douglas. He'll go to Douglas. Douglas guarded by Heitschmidt. Gets it off to Montgomery. Montgomery around to Harris. Harris with it to Tilburg. Tilburg in the lane. Baseline pass. Shot good by think that was Banks.
30-point basket for number 10, Brian Banks.
Banks it is. It got it 3-2. Vikings still with the lead. Ball knocked away by Tilburg. Tilburg, good.
Good by number 13, Grant Tilburg.
Southeast of Saline on a mini 4-0 run to take a 4-3 lead. 6:12 left to go. First quarter. Reinert. Off it goes. And a foul on the dribble drive. 13, that's Tilburg that gets called for the foul.
Foul called on number 13.
Reinert will put it in play underneath the Vikings' own basket. Off to Abel, his 3-ball, corner 3, no. Rebound off of Tilburg. That'll be Viking basketball. And that's what the call is. I thought that's what I saw, and that's what the call is. It'll be Smoky Valley basketball. Heitschmidt 3-ball corner in there. Arn Reinert, CPA 3-pointer. Brett Heitschmidt picks up where he left off on Friday. Going 7 of 12 3-pointers at Abilene for 28 points. And he gets the Vikings a lead, 6-4. There's a shot, no, by Harris. Missing Banks with the rebound up and missing rebound Jacob Adams. Adams quickly up to Reinert. Reinert over to Heitschmidt, another 3-ball, no. Rebound Tilburg for Southeast of Saline. 6-4 Viking lead. Southeast of Saline's Tilburg with the ball on the dribble against Reinert. Man-to-man all the way by the Vikings. Harris looking for Douglas, not there. Instead goes to Montgomery. Montgomery on the dribble against Adams, way outside. Banks trying to post up Weldy inside. Weldy doing a good job of fighting him off. Douglas bumped by Heitschmidt. That's the cheapest foul we've seen all night from this crew. Barely a little bump. And coming off the bench is Hunter White. White, the first substitution in, taking the place of Banks. Schrog in for the Vikings, as well as Blake Hebel in. Hebel and Schrog both come in quickly for the Smoky Valley. Going out is Weldy and Heitschmidt. Spin move by White, no, but a foul. And White will have 2 free throws coming up. Hunter White just gets into the ball game, gets the ball, and goes to the basket. Hebel will be guilty of the foul. Team second. Both teams have 2. White at the free throw line. 2 free throws will get the score tied, but he misses the first. Again, we're streaming at live.smokyvalley.org. Second free throw, wow, hit the base of the rim and between the backboard, just kind of squeezed and went in. Live.smokyvalley.org is where we'll be next week when we're at Heston for the Viking game. Bethany has a conflict that night. Here's Jacob Adams out top. Near side it goes to Abel. Back Abel off to Adams. Adams baseline back out to Abel. Abel driving the lane off to Hebel, and he turns it over. First Viking turnover. Here comes Tilburg with the team trailing by 1. Harris dribble drive. Got away with the travel. Kicked it out to Montgomery. His high arching 3, way too strong. Douglas saves it right to Jacob Adams. Turnover Southeast of Saline. Their second. Reinert off to Schrog. A little anxious in there. Ball taken away, but tied up by Adams and Douglas, and it'll stay with Smoky Valley. Heitschmidt back in, Weldy back in, replacing Abel and Adams. A Viking ball out of bounds. Reiner to put it in play. Vikings up by 1, 6-5 with the 4-minute mark. Here's Ben Weldy. Shot up and missing. Rebound Harris for Southeast of Saline. Weldy, just a little baseline jumper from the blocks, but unable to make it go. Here's White on the dribble drive. No. Rebound, Blake Hebel. Here come the Vikings. 1 and out. Good defensive rebound. Here's Weldy, 3. Swish! An Arn Reinert CPA 3-pointer by Ben Weldy. And Weldy gives the Vikings a 9-5 lead. Good to see him get out of his mini-scoring slump. He could not find the bottom of the bucket at Southeast. There's a turnover, the third. Quickly on the steal. Here's Hebel all the way to the baseline. Kick out to Schrog. Cross court it goes to Reinert. Reinert, dribble drive, shot up, has it knocked away, and off of Nick. He wanted a foul, but it'll go as a Viking turnover. 12, Huffaker in. Harris out, so it's Huffaker, White, Tilburg, Montgomery, and Douglas on the court for Southeast Vikings. Reinert, pass inside to White. Loses the ball, picked up by Heitschmidt, and Heitschmidt's out of bounds. It'll stay with Southeast of Saline. Heitschmidt, Weldy, Schrog, Reinert, and Hebel on the court for the Vikings. Lob inside to White. And going to have a reach-in foul on Lane Schrog. He tried to tie up White. Hunter White's the focus for this year for Southeast of Saline. You can tell that. But right now the Vikings have him a little bit bottled up. Oh, there's a quick inbound pass. Shot missing. White gets a rebound. Shot blocked. And they'll call it jump ball. It'll stay with Southeast of Saline. As White trying to go up against three Vikings. All three Vikings standing with their hands straight up in the air. Got the jump ball. And put it in play as Huffaker. Huffaker. Outside it goes to Montgomery. Montgomery outside the Vikings. This time 2-3 zone. First time the Vikings have shown zone. Round it goes to Huffaker. Back to Montgomery. Top of the key. Back to Huffaker. Baseline. Inside the White. Stolen away. Oh, we're going to have a 3-second call. Turnover Southeast of Saline. Banks back in for Douglas. And Reinert out, and Carson Winholtz in. Carson Winholtz in for the first time tonight. 2.5 minutes left to go. Vikings up 9-5. Carson Winholtz almost loses the handle, but dribbles out of it. Never lost a dribble as he worked hard. Now Schrog on the dribble drive. Wow. And White gets called for the jump ball. He was right on top of Schrog, and he had the ball all the way, but a lot of body contact, but they're going to call a jump ball on it. Vikings retain possession. Schrog stolen away by Tilburg. Tilburg, wing, drive, kick out. Montgomery off to Huffaker. Back to Montgomery. Baseline it goes to Tilburg. Back to Montgomery. Looking for White inside, have him on the blocks. Shot up and got the spin that time and got the ball to go. His third point is 1 of 2 on free throws. And it's 9-7. Carson Winholtz in trouble, has the ball knocked away, double team. Got to get out of the double team. Come on, guys. There's Heitschmidt, 3 ball. It's good. Arn Reinert, CPA 3-pointer, the third 3 of the night for the Vikings. And it's a 12-7 lead, Smoky Valley. Quickly underneath to Banks, left alone. Somebody's sleeping under there. Great pass by Tilburg. 12-9, a minute and a half left to go. Here's Schrog, kick out. No, Schrog's going to shoot it, and off the glass. 4-2, 14-9. Vikings with the lead. Slowly, Tilburg brings it across the timeline. Vikings by 5. Huffaker inside to White, kick out to Tilburg, around to Montgomery, baseline to Banks, base out to Tilburg, across to Huffaker. He'll launch a 3 ball. No. Rebound getting out. Hustle of the Vikings. Shot up and off the glass. I didn't hear him call glass, but Nick Montgomery gets his first basket. 14-11. 50 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Douglas getting ready to check back in. Carson Winholtz with it. Gets a screen from Weldy. Winholtz on the dribble drive. Kick out to Hebel. Over to Schrog. Schrog looking for Heitschmidt. Not there. Schrog with a lot of contact. And it'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Vikings. A lot of contact with Schrog there. Wholesale changes. Harris back in and Douglas back in for Southeast. Abel Adams and Reinert back in for the Vikings. They join Heitschmidt and Winholtz. 28 seconds left to go. Vikings have plenty of time to work for a good shot. 14-11, Vikings with the lead as Reinert stands out in the half-court circle, waiting for the clock to go down to 15. Now they put the ball in play, goes over to Winholtz. Winholtz on the wing, top of the key. Heitschmidt, three, short, rebound. Oh, nice job by Zach Abel. Couldn't rebound the ball, but he knocked it off of Banks, and it'll stay with the Vikings. The Vikings have a chance to put a play here together. Abel looking. He's got Reinert open. Goes to Winholtz instead. And it's stolen away by Tilburg. Tilburg with the steal. And no. They make it, but it doesn't count. And our score after one quarter, Smoky Valley 14, Southeast of Saline 11. Back with the second quarter right after this.
Girls game for Smoky Valley. Carrollton Haxton had 4. Amanda had 6.
Auburn Pharmacy is your local hometown Lindsborg pharmacy, located at 216 North Harrison Street, proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes.
And welcome back as the first quarter in the books. Smoky Valley with the lead. $14. $11. Got to text this to my cohorts. Nick Montgomery, Huffaker, Harris, White, and Douglas on the court for Southeast of Saline. Abel, Heitschmidt, Weldy, Adams, and Reinert, the starting five, back on the court for Smoky Valley. Missing on the drive is Montgomery off to Weldy. Here come the Vikings, leading by 3. Zach Abel with the drive. Good. Nice drive by Zach Abel. 16-11 at the 7:25 mark of the second quarter. Montgomery out with it out top between the circles. Over it goes to Harris, to Douglas. Trying to get the ball moving around. Good movement now. Here's Harris with the dribble drive. Shot from the baseline. No. Rebound, White. Yes. White. Hunter White, an athletic kid. He is just 6 foot. But he elevates well. Vikings looking for Adams underneath. He's double teamed. Gets it out to Reinert. Reinert with it up between the leg dribble. Reinert still with the dribble. Launches a 3-ball. In and out. No good. Heitschmidt with the rebound. Heitschmidt up. No. A lot of contact there. Referee holds his hands up. They were straight up. He wasn't going to call it. And the Vikings with a 16-13 lead with 6:30 to go here in the second quarter. Harris on the dribble, pulls it up, now goes off to Montgomery, baseline to Huffaker. Inside, knocked away and stolen by the Vikings. Turnover Southeast of Saline, their 5th. The ball knocked away, it'll stay with the Vikings.
And for the Trojans, number
Kilberg back in, Huffaker out. Reinert from Jacob Adams. He'll bring it slowly up into the front court. Reinert still on the dribble against Tilburg. Gets it off to Zach Abel. Back to Reinert. Inside to Adams. Jacob Adams shot, and he'll get called for the travel turnover, number 4 on the Vikings. 2 minutes gone by in this quarter. Each team has a bucket in the quarter so far. Here's White out top on the dribble. Still on the dribble. Has it knocked away. Saying he hangs on to it. Wild shot, though. And here come the Vikings out for the missed shot. Reinert, Heitschmidt, inside to Ben Weldy on the blocks. Weldy shot off the glass. Ooh, rolling out, no good. Heitschmidt gets a rebound. He is hacked underneath. No foul called. But referee underneath, Travis Olson, bails out the Vikings. As he said, the ball got tipped when he threw it back in. And I think if you're not going to call a foul, then that's a good call. Vikings basketball up by 3. 5:37 left to go, second quarter. Reinert hands it off to Abel, doing a little 3-man weave out front. Over goes to Reinert. Reinert on the dribble right in front of the Southeast of Saline bench. He's guarded a little bit. Now they fall back into a 2-3 zone. Over to Abel. Abel baseline, cross court to Heitschmidt. 3 ball, no. Rebound White for Southeast. Quickly up, tipped away by Ben Weldy. Good job, or they'd have had an easy one. Now a steal by Heitschmidt. Good strip of the ball by Brett Heitschmidt. Under to Jacob Adams, and Zach Abel just couldn't get it to right line and turns it over on the pass. Good look by Zach. But the pass in the wrong place. Tilburg slowly bringing it up across the timeline. Near side it comes to White. White looking. Cross court it goes to Montgomery, to Tilburg, to Douglas, top of the key. 4:44 left to go. Here's White, and White will be fouled on the way. Call the foul. We don't know who they're going to call it on.
Foul's called on number 24, Jacob
24, Jacob Adams. I don't know where he was on that drive, but he gets called for the foul. His first, 4th team foul. 16-13 still our score. Neither team has scored in a while. Vikings scored quick in the opening part of the quarter. Now at 4:30, nobody's scored since. White with a behind-the-back dribble, kicks it out to Montgomery. 3, high arching 3, and it finds the bottom of the net. That's his 5th point. Ties the game up at 16-16 at 4:25 to go. Second quarter. Reinert, crossover dribble, looking to drive in the lane, kick out to Hebel. Hebel drives side of the lane, kick out to Heitschmidt. Heitschmidt in the middle of the lane, good. Fred Heitschmidt with his 8th point, a 2-pointer. Gives the Vikings a 2-point lead, 18-16. Here's White drive, his shot good. White's quick acceleration. He's got 7. And it's 18-18. 3:45 to go, second quarter. Reinert against Tilburg. They've gone back man-to-man. Kick it out to Heitschmidt. Heitschmidt has it knocked away, a foul, but nothing called. Here comes White. White will go in, and he's fouled by Reinert. He'll have to earn him at the free throw line. Great hustle by Nick Reinert. He missed 1 of 2 earlier. It's a good foul by Nick.
Foul's called on number 3, Nick Reinert. That's his first, team 5th. On the line shooting 2 is number 11, Hunter White.
And White misses the first, so a very good foul. Eklund will be coming in for the first time, replacing Douglas. 22 back in, that's Nick Montgomery. White Banks also back in for the, again. And off the bench for the Vikings, Carson Winholtz. And Lane Schrog. Vikings going a little smaller right now. And White back out. And 20 Harris back in. 3:30 to go in the quarter. First lead for Southeast of Saline. No, they had a 4-3 lead. There's Reinert with the dribble drive. Lots of contact. And somehow he calls it out of bounds on Nick. I don't know. He must have stepped on the end line. But Southeast of Saline with the ball. Vikings with a turnover. Trailing by 1 now, Smoky Valley. Nick Montgomery to Eklund. Back to Montgomery. Near side to Tilburg. Baseline it goes. Harris. Around to Montgomery. Another high arching 3. That's going to be way short. Montgomery gets his own rebounds off to Tilburg. His shot, that's way off. Battle for the rebound. Won by Montgomery. by Banks. Now to Montgomery. He's driving. His shot, no. Rebound, Ben Weldy. Ben didn't even have to jump for that one. He just reached up and grabbed it. Here comes Reinert. On the drive. It's good. And Reinert's slow to start. His first points of the night. 20-19, Smoky Valley. 2:25 to go. Eklund with it outside to Harris. Harris on the dribble outside the Viking zone. Here's Banks. Shot missing. Rebound, Ben Weldy. Weldy's gotten a couple of good rebounds inside there. Not doing good with their outlet passes after they get their rebounds.
For the Vikings, number 24, Jacob Adams.
White just wanted to walk in the game without checking into the scores table, so got him checked in now. It'll be Viking basketball. 2:09 left to go until halftime. Vikings with a 1-point lead. Reinert slowly across the timeline. Between the legs dribble now over to Schrog. Schrog looking for, there should have been a foul. No. Rebound, Jacob Adams inside. Hammered. Got the ball loose and off of Blake Hebel. I was a little bit afraid of this, as the girls' game got to be pretty wild and rough inside there. The guys' game, although it started off a little bit more carefully, it's turned into a little bit of a battle. We'll have an interview with Coach Bella at halftime to talk about his girls tonight. Douglas on it, off it goes to Montgomery. Man-to-man defense by the Vikings. Eklund around to Montgomery. Montgomery to Douglas. Douglas dribble drive side of the lane all the way to the baseline. Double teamed, and he'll get called for the foul or the travel. So traveling on Douglas. Reinert slowly across the timeline as the Vikings nursing a 1-point lead with 1:23 left to go in the first half. Gets a screen from Jacob Adams. Dribble the side of the lane, kick out to Schrog. 3, in and out, no good. Rebound, Tilburg. Looking down court, but Vikings have defended pretty well. Here's Montgomery with the dribble drive. Shot, good. Montgomery with 7. Southeast of Saline up by 1. Under a minute left to go here. First half. Schrog gets it off to Windholz. Windholz has it knocked away. It'll stay with the Vikings. White trying to convince the referee that he made a bad call and not getting anywhere with it. He should have called a foul on White, but he didn't call a foul. So, okay, I'll trade you for a foul if you want the ball. I'll give you a foul. There's Reinert with it on the dribble. Crossover, 3-pointer, good! Nick Reinert with an arm. Reinert, CPA 3-point basket. The Vikings by 2, 23-21 here. 24 seconds left before halftime. Harris off to Montgomery. Montgomery looking for Eklund, not there. Good Viking defense. Instead he'll go to Tilburg. Back to Montgomery. 10 seconds left. Douglas inside the White. Turn around off the glass. Too strong. Rebound Nick Reinert. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Reinert stopped from the free throw line into Adams. Kick out to Schrog. No. Put it up, Jacob. Don't kick it out. That the Vikings have a 23-21 lead at halftime. We'll be back to wrap this first half up for you and have the Salina Regional Orthopedic Medicine Clinic halftime show. You're listening to Smoky Valley Basketball on 95.5 The Rock. Back after this.
People's Bank and Trust takes pride in its heritage of service to the customer and features 12 locations in central Kansas. People's Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Smoky Valley and Bethany College. Member FDIC.
Direct Access Physical Therapy is available at Lindsborg Community Hospital. Direct Access means you can schedule an appointment for PT without a doctor's order. sports rehab, post-joint replacement, back pain. Schedule an appointment for evaluation and treatment. Mark, Robin, Nikki, and Derek will get you on your way to better health and activity. Call 785-227-3308 and ask for physical therapy at Lindsborg Community Hospital. Lindsborg Community Hospital and Family Healthcare Clinic, supporting concussion safety and impact testing for all athletes who call the Smoky Valley home.
Do you know what major TV networks, Hall of Fame athletes, wineries, pubs, famous chefs, and brides and grooms from across the country have in common? They all purchase custom-etched glassware at glassdecorators.com. glassdecorators.com have been providing carefully etched glass for nearly 30 years. An effective tool for company branding, etched glasses are also perfect for school and civic groups, special occasions, and that one-of-a-kind gift they won't find anywhere else. Hemsloyd Scandinavian Specialties and glassdecorators.com, supporting Smoky Valley athletics since 1984.
95.5 The Rock. Turn your radio loud. KVOP, Lindsborg, Salina, McPherson. This is the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic halftime show. A first half recap, scores from around the area, and keys to a second half win. This is Smoky Valley Vikings basketball on 95.5 The Rock.
And welcome back to halftime. Smoky Valley with a 23-21 lead at the half. Scoring went like this. Tilburg for Southeast of Saline. Tilburg 2, Banks 4, Montgomery 7, and White 8 for the Vikings. 2, Zach Abel. 2, Lane Shrug. 3, Jacob Adams. 3, Ben Weldy. 5, Nick Reinert, and 8 points for Brett Heichman. I have the Vikings for 7 turnovers, and Southeast of Saline for 8. Salina Orthopedic Sports Medicine halftime show. Salina Orthopedic Clinic and Sports Medicine, offering comprehensive sports medicine care from education to preventing sports injury to sports performance and preservation, the healing of damaged joints through surgery and rehabilitation. Dr. Timothy Hawes and his team of physical therapists, athletic trainers, and physician assistants are dedicated to providing the highest quality of sports medicine care. And our player impact performance of the first half will go to Brett Heichman and his 2 threes and 8 points total, as the Vikings have a 23-21 lead here at the half. And joining me now is Coach John Bella of the Vikings, as the Viking girls, well, they were in the game for quite a while. They played 8-8 after one, 15-18, gave up a kind of a cheap basket in the late second half, and then that third quarter they just got a little run and got ahead, and then you tried to play a little catch-up, and catch-up doesn't work for our Vikings.
It doesn't. For whatever reason, we're just not in shape yet, and we're trying, but we're just not there yet. When we get tired, you can definitely see it, and then they can capitalize on it. So that's one thing that I got to get them better at, is being in better shape so they can go a little longer, a little more stamina.
You were worried about the inside play and our inside defense not being really good enough, and Bree Franklin has given you some good minutes inside, but Molly Chitty certainly didn't have an answer for her tonight.
We didn't. We have a defense called a 2-3 stay where we just sandwich her. But we did that a little bit, and it was good, but for the most part, yeah, she had her way against us, and she's not that big, but she's strong.
Strong.
She had a really nice game, and that's their game, is going inside to her. And I tip my hat to them. They did what they needed to do. They didn't seem to hit any outside shots, did they?
No, she had 21 points, and I would guess that 18 of them were in the paint. Maybe all 20 of them were in the paint. She only made one of 4 free throws, so you should have fouled her a little bit more.
We should have. We should have now, but there towards in the second half, we just didn't have the speed or the stamina to stay with them, and we didn't get any breaks. Obviously, I got to do a better job of getting them to run the offense. A lot of standing around, not sure what to do. And then when we started doing stuff, 4 maybe did the right thing and 1 didn't. So we got to get everybody on the same page. But still early, we got a home game on Friday against Concordia, and they have a really good girl that's been playing varsity basketball now for 2 years, I know, and she's a point guard, Bergman, number 4, and we're going to have to figure out a way to contain her. But their big girl ended up moving with her dad to Florida, so they don't have one of the big girls at least. So we're hopeful that we can play a lot better than we've been playing.
Well, you're young, and you got to get everybody oriented. So I think you took a good step forward, and we'll see a little more improvement on Friday.
That's what we hope. We hope that we can get better every game and get in better shape every game, and we'll get to shooting the ball better. We got to get better things from Jackie. Jackie's got good shots.
Oh, yeah.
We know they can go in. They're just not falling for it right now. You can see the frustration for her. It's good to see Jordan Otto making
9
shots now. She's a good shooter. She doesn't have to worry about that. What I worry about with Jordan is just being able to stay up with them defensively and rebounding. And then the freshmen, they got their feet wet at home. I know they were nervous, and there was a lot of standing around. Sometimes they didn't really know what to do, and hopefully here in another week or 2 that will change too.
Well, you got the effort tonight. Let's get the win Friday, and we'll talk to you Friday.
Okay, thanks, Donnie.
John Bella of the Vikings, his girls go down to defeat tonight by the score of 35-22. Here the Vikings have a 23-21 lead at the half, and we'll be back with the second half after this 2-minute timeout.
The Old Stuga in downtown Lindsborg is celebrating 40 years in business. Home of the famous Brent Nelson sandwich. Visit them on South Main Street. Go Vikings and go Swedes.
Bethany College Swedes succeed. Bethany students lead lives of faith, learning, and service as they find their own pathways on Bethany's beautiful campus that's filled with opportunities to get involved with art, music, theater, athletics, service learning, sustainability, leadership, global citizenship, and more. Swedes succeed in their careers and their communities. Learn more at www.bethanylb.edu.
At State Farm, when home and auto work together as a team, you score time and money. Call State Farm agent Anthony Hopkins, 785-472-4426 today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Game day starts and finishes at Farley's Bar and Grill in downtown Lindsborg. Located at 101 North Main, this upscale, one-of-a-kind establishment offers a wide variety of drink and food specials. Come try their jalapeno poppers, coconut chicken tenders, or their classic Monte Cristo. Then wash it down with an ice-cold beer or tall glass of wine. Farley's Bar and Grill at the corner of Lincoln and Main in downtown Lindsborg. Farley's, your game day headquarters for the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes.
Smoky Valley Gym, big game going on in McPherson. I've talked a little bit about that. McPherson girls do beat Derby 54-49. Another scores for our group of stations. Halftime Minneapolis 20, Solomon 17. Central over 11-6 after one quarter over Junction City. Central Plain girls lead El Saline 54-12. Into the first quarter, Mays 15, Salina South 12, Abilene 53. Oh, that was the final in the girls, 52-31. Abilene girls over Rock Creek. So a few scores for you. And the Vikings will start with Reinert, Heichschmidt, Abel, Weldy, and Adams. They have the first possession. White will get the start in the second half with Douglas, Harris, Montgomery, and Tilburg. Here's Abel with it. First possession. Vikings shooting on the west end. Inside the Weldy, stolen away. The Vikings turn it over on the first possession. Montgomery up in the front court, gets it off to Douglas. Douglas around to Tilburg. Tilburg over to Harris. Back to Montgomery. Montgomery against Weldy. To Douglas, near side to Harris. Tilburg. White. White on the dribble drive against Adams. Good defense, Jacob. Around it goes to Montgomery. Baseline to Harris. Far side corner. Now off to Montgomery. Now to Douglas. Douglas trying to get it inside to White. Does. White shot up. Missing. Rebound, Ben Weldy. Ben's got a lot of rebounds tonight. Comes Zach Abel. Off to Reinert. Reinert back to Heitschmidt. 3. Oh, my goodness. And White. I wondered if they were going to call that or not. That is White's first foul. And three free throws coming up for Brett Heitschmidt.
Number 33, Brett Heitschmidt.
First one up and perfect. Brett had a good night free throwing 5 of 6 at Southeast of Saline the other night. And he makes 2 of 2 to give the Vikings a 4-point lead. 4-point lead. 4-point lead, 25-21. And he gets all 3. The old-fashioned way of three free throws to open up a 26-21 lead here. First part of the third quarter. Tilburg gets it off to Douglas. Douglas, Vikings are man-to-man. Around it goes to Montgomery, to Tilburg. Tilburg baseline block shot. Got the roll off of the glass. And Tilburg's got his second basket. Reinert dribble drive. Off to Adams. Shot good. Using his right hand. Jacob's left-handed. Good to see him use the right hand on the right side of the backboard. 28-23. Vikings lead. 6:22 to go. Driving. Steal. Heitschmidt all the way in. And Douglas is going to have the foul before the shot. So turnover Southeast of Saline. Douglas is going to pick up his first foul. I only had them for 2 fouls in the first half, so it's only 2 again. Sure, I missed a couple. Reinert has it knocked away by Tilburg. Tilburg thought Heitschmidt touched it last. Can't see it way across the far side on the corner. Superintendent Glenn Supas and Principal Bill Nelson would have had a good view for you. Threw it right into their laps over there, standing in the corner of the gym. Reinert. Weldy shot up, missing, gets his own rebound. Padding his stats there as he gets the rebound and puts it back in 30-23. Montgomery with the drive, missing, rebound, knocked out of bounds by Weldy. It'll be Southeast of Saline ball. Vikings have opened up a 30-23 lead with 6 minutes left. Now 5:56. White outside. He's going to launch a 3 ball. Good. Got to guard him. Jacob Adams let him go. He's in double figures with 11. As is Brett Heitschmidt with 11. And it's 30-26. Arn Reinert, CPA 3-pointer by the opposition. Here's Weldy with the 3-pointer. It's good. Dan Weldy knocks down an Arn Reinert CPA 3-pointer. Vikings back up by 7, 33-26. Tilburg to White. White with the drive, too strong. Tilburg tip, no. Jacob Adams, rebound, and a foul on the rebound. Jacob Adams.
Number 23, Damon Douglas. That's his second, team third.
Douglas picks up his second, team third of the quarter. Vikings yet to foul in this quarter. Reinert into the front court. Off it goes to Adams, over to Weldy. He'll launch another 3 ball. No. White with the rebound. Hit the one from the same spot. Like to see him shoot that. Couldn't connect. Here's Douglas. Dribble drive. Douglas shot. Too strong. Van Weldy, another rebound. Zach Abel quickly over to Reinert. Reinert out to Heitschmidt. Heitschmidt 3 ball. Too strong. Rebound Southeast of Saline. Tilburg reverses his direction under to the basket and comes back out inside to White. White kick out to Montgomery. Montgomery to Douglas to Tilburg around the baseline. Top of the key now to Montgomery. 4:30 left to go. White with a little head and shoulder, but can't get to go off of the glass. And here comes Reinert with the ball. Off to Heitschmidt. Heitschmidt's shot is blocked. White's very athletic, but blocked the ball out of bounds. Wholesale substitution. Schrag, Winholtz, and Hebel in for the Vikings. Huffaker and Banks in for Southeast of Saline. Adams, Abel, and Heitschmidt out for the Vikings. Harris and... Let's see who the other one is that went out for Southeast of Saline. Carson Winholtz to Schrag. Back to Winholtz. Back to Schrag. Looking for baseline Weldy. Over to Blake Hebel. Back out to Schrag. Here's baseline Ben Weldy. Out to Schrag. Out to Winholtz. Has it knocked away by Tilburg. And good by Tilburg on the breakaway. A little careless there by Carson Winholtz. Take care of the ball. 3:50 to go. 5-point Viking lead. Winholtz with it. Over to Blake Hebel. Hebel shot, missing, but Ben Weldy there to put it back in. 4-2. Ben Weldy with another rebound and another putback. I know that's 6 or 7 rebounds for Ben Weldy. Here's White, knocked away, and last touch by Banks. Turnover Southeast of Saline, number 11 on the night. 3:27 left to go, third quarter. Coach Wells is putting on a full-court press now. Get into Hebel, to Schrag, to Reinert. Reinert between defenders. He'll get it set up. Reinert on the dribble. Still on the dribble. Reinert kick out. And Tilburg gets called for the foul.
Foul on number 13.
That'll be Tilburg's second. 3:14 left to go, third quarter. Vikings up 35-28. Weldy with it. Out to Schrag. Schrag with it. Back to Reinert. Right in front of the Viking bench. He'll reset. Southeast of Saline 2-3 zone. To Schrag. Oh, Weldy's wide open. He can't get it to him. Had his man sealed. Here's Reinert with the 10-footer. Good. Nick Reinert's got 7. Vikings up by 9. Biggest lead of the night, 37-28 with 2:45 to go, third quarter. Huffaker around to Montgomery. To Tilburg, inside to White. Shaw, and he's fouled from behind by Ben Weldy. And Ben will pick up his, I think, first foul, and that's a first team foul on the Vikings.
Foul on number 3, Nick Reiner. That's his second.
Whoa, that went on Nick Reinert. So Reinert picks up the foul. White's free throw can't make it. White hasn't made the first of 2 free throws. Good job, Ben Weldy. Comes out with a nice round of applause. He's got 10 points on the night. Second free throw, and White also missing. Jacob Adams runs down the long rebound. And they have to foul White once in a while. White knocks it away from Schrag, and it'll go out of bounds. Last touch by White. Somebody else is going to have to handle the ball. White's too quick working against one man in the backcourt. To get a little help in the backcourt. Now Nick Reinert will take over, working against Tilburg. Not as quick a matchup there. I can take advantage. Off it goes to, underneath to Lane. Schrag up, misses. Jacob Adams, though, there to rebound and knocked away by Huffaker. That should have been a foul, but the Vikings turn it over. Off it goes to White. White, Jacob Adams, and call it good. Jacob Adams, you have to make sure you foul him and don't let him shoot. He gets the and one.
Second. And for the Trojans, number 20, Eli Harris. For the Vikings, number 5.
Winholtz and Schrag out. Heitschmidt and Abel in. Well, the basket counted. The foul is on Jacob Adams. I think that's Jacob's second. Free throw, no good. Rebound Southeast. Rebound Vikings after the miss by Tilburg. Zach Abel now will bring it up the front court. So he's missed. He's made 2 out of 7 free throws. Adams out top to Reinert. Reinert looking for a cutting Hebel. Now we got a whistle and a foul on Harris. Tackling Zach Abel on the cut across the lane.
Foul called on number 20, Eli Harris. That's his first, team fifth.
Harris is first. 15 foul on southeast of Saline. The Vikings get it in to Jacob Adams to Reinert. Reinert with the dribble. Reinert three-pointer. Good. Nick Reinert with 10 now. An Arn Reinert CPA three-pointer, and it's a 40-30 lead. With a minute 20 left to go, third quarter. Here's Huffaker. Off it goes to Tilburg. Tilburg looking for Harris. Harris with it. Back to Tilburg. Dribble drive, Tilburg. Bounce pass stolen away by the Vikings. Here comes Reinert on the side of the lane. Out to Abel. Abel baseline shot from 10. Short rebound. Heitschmidt. Out to Abel. They'll reset the offense to Reinert. He's got a foot in the half-court circle. It's a screen from Jacob Adams. Kick out to Hebel. Hebel in the lane. Shot. No. Gets his own rebound. Shot. Yes. Blake Hebel with his first basket of the night. That's second and third effort there. 42-30. 33 seconds left to go, third quarter. Around it goes to Huffaker. Huffaker to Douglas. Douglas cross court to Harris. Harris into Banks. Banks dropped Douglas. Shot. No. Rebound Jacob Adams. Quickly up to Reinert. Reinert. Shoot. No. Rebound. Tipped out. Hebel with it. Off to Reinert. Wanted to shoot again. Tilburg closed it out really quickly. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. One off the glass. No. Rebound. No. And the quarter ends. And our score. Smoky Valley 42.
30.
Southeast of Saline 30. Back with the fourth quarter after this timeout.
Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas invites you to visit their website at odcnck.com. Once there, you can look over the products that Overhead Door offers for commercial and residential installation and repair. Overhead Door Company services all of North Central Kansas.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Don Binkson with you for tonight's game. Jared Bass doing a good job of running the controls for us once again. And the Vikings have a 42-30 lead after three. I want to thank Harry Malari, Viking Auto, R&R Excavating, Scott's, Mari Loader, Smoky Valley Real Estate Needs, Dr. Darrell Loader, Smoky Valley Chiropractic, Gallant Tire and Auto, Lindsberg Family Dental, Dower Welding, CNL Heating and Cooling, Arn Reinert CPA, Artshirt, Bank of Tesket, People's Bank, and Trust. First possession of the fourth quarter belongs to Southeast of Saline. Vikings man-to-man. Harris has it out to White. He'll launch a three ball, missing everything. Saved by Banks. Harris back to White again. At the free throw line, kicks it out to Douglas, back to White. Baseline it goes to Tilburg. Tilburg got away with a shove. Oh, man. The wrong person got the foul there. Tilburg shivered Zach Abel out of bounds, and Zach Abel got called for the foul. First foul for Zach Abel, third team foul. Douglas and Tilburg gets it away from Abel. Almost a turnover on the inbound play. Kick out to Harris. Harris with it. Kick out to White. Vikings up 42-30. 7:21 left to go and counting. Kick out to Tilburg. He'll launch a three ball. Too strong. But Banks gets a long rebound off to White. His 15-footer, no. Rebound, Heitschmidt. And that time Banks is going to be over the back, and Banks will pick up his second foul.
Brian Banks, that's his second, team six.
Abel Schrag, Heitschmidt, Adams, and Weldy on the court for Smoky Valley. Tilburg and Douglas, Harris, Banks, and White on the court for Southeast of Saline. Inside it goes to Jacob Adams. Oh, beautiful pass to Zach Abel. And Zach Abel gets his second basket, 44-30. Vikings with the lead. Harris with it out top to Tilburg, around to Douglas. Inside to White at the elbow. Kick out to Harris. Three-pointer, no. Rebound, White inside. And White gets his first basket of the quarter. 44-32. Over it goes to Abel. Oh, beautiful look inside to Heitschmidt. And Heitschmidt from Abel. A lot of nice assists coming out from the Vikings at the 6-minute mark. The last two baskets have been excellent assists. Inside it goes to White. He's double-teamed. Spin move. Shot too strong. Rebound. None other than Ben Weldy. And there's a hack. And the Vikings will should be having free throws. That'll be White's second foul. No scoreboard show tonight. The Rockingham Media scoreboard show will be on Friday night. Get a recap of all these wrap-ups from all our games over the Rockingham Media Network. But that's Friday nights on Sports Radio KSAL. Tonight, no scoreboard show tonight. And Ben Weldy makes the first of the 1-and-1. Vikings up 47-32, starting to pull away a little bit. Second free throw missing by Weldy. Vikings have done a good job. That's 4 of 5 in this quarter, or this half. Here's White on the dribble drive. Shot missing. Rebound, Jacob Adams. Quickly up to Abel. Quickly up to Schrag. And good. Lane Schrag. Another assist by Zach Abel. And the foul is on Eklund. That's his first. 8th team foul now. Montgomery and Banks out. What a pass. Zach Abel has gotten some beautiful assists. He's smiling, talking to Brett Heitschmidt out here in the backcourt. Schrag, the recipient. And Schrag banks it in. Vikings up 50-32. 5.5 minutes left to go. Tilburg. Eklund, three ball. Good. Arn Reinert, CPA three-pointer by Seth Eklund. Cuts the lead to 15, 50-35. Over it goes to Heitschmidt. Heitschmidt, three ball. No. Rebound, White. Quickly up to Tilburg. Quickly up to Huffaker. Huffaker was going to launch a three. It's good. Back-to-back three-pointers. That's his first points of the night. And goes from an 18-point lead down to a 12-point lead that quick on back-to-back three-pointers. Schrag on the dribble against Eklund. Schrag with it off to Heitschmidt. Inside to Adams. Stolen away by Montgomery. Montgomery with the steal. Off to Tilburg. They could cut it to single digits with another three-pointer. Two-pointer will get it down to 10. Huffaker to Eklund to Tilburg. Baseline to Montgomery. He's got a couple of three-pointers. He hits another one. Back-to-back three-pointers. And the Vikings call a timeout. It is now a 50-41 game. And we'll step aside back after this timeout.
Do you know what major TV networks, Hall of Fame athletes, wineries, pubs, famous chefs, and brides and grooms from across the country have in common? They all purchase custom-etched glass at glassdecorators.com. HempsLloyd.glassdecorators.com has been providing carefully crafted etched glass for nearly 30 years. An effective tool for company branding, etched glasses are also perfect for school and civic groups, special occasions, and that one-of-a-kind gift they won't receive anywhere else. Hempsloyd Scandinavian Specialties and glassdecorators.com, supporting Smoky Valley athletics since 1984.
up the home team. Made the home team call a timeout anyway. Good crowd here on hand from southeast of Saline. Kind of like the home team. Back-to-back 3-pointers. Cutting the lead from 18 at the 5:40 mark to 9 at the 4:20 mark. So 9-0 run by Southeast. There's a foul on Huffaker, not called. Off it goes to Weldy. Weldy to Reinert. Looking for Abel. No backdoor cut there. Off to Weldy. Ben Weldy with it. Ben Weldy has it knocked away by Montgomery. Turnover Vikings. White. Scoop. Good. White. And it's an 11-0 run by Southeast of Saline. 43-50. Vikings by 7. Back Abel against Eklund. Off it goes to Heitschmidt. To Adams. Adams looking for Weldy inside there. Not there. Off to Heitschmidt. Off to Abel. Off to Reinert. Calm down a little bit. 3:25 to go here in the fourth quarter. Pardon me. Here comes Reinert. Going to try to dribble drive. Has it tied up and alternating possession. It'll be Reinert pleading his case a little bit. So how can you tie me up like that? When he got it tied up, it'll stay with the Vikings, but that possession will go next time to southeast of Saline. Reinert in the backcourt against Tilburg. Now gets a screen from Adams. Reinert still on the dribble. Inside to Heitschmidt. Turnaround. Oh, what a hack and a block. There's Reinert still with the dribble. Reinert left alone. Three-pointer. Good. Boy, the Vikings needed that. An Arn Reinert CPA three-pointer by Nick Reinert opens up the lead back to 10. And now we got something happened. I don't know what happened. People stopped writing my way. Southeast with it anyway. Whatever happened, they retained possession of the ball. Eklund into White. White at the free throw line. Can't make a free throw, but he makes a jump shot from... And a 30-second timeout will keep this one right here as the southeast of Saline Trojans have put together a nice fourth quarter here. A little three back-to-back three-pointers plus another two, an 11-0 run. The Vikings got a three-pointer from Nick Reinert to stop that, but then Southeast with another basket by White from the free throw line, where he is only 2 for 7 from the free throw line. But when it counted as a field goal, he got it to go. And it's 53-45, 8-point lead with 2:36 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Halftime, Salina Central 25, Junction City 9. Into 3, Solomon 32, Minneapolis 30. Into the third quarter, Central Plains 89 over El Saline 16. Zach Abel with it now for the Vikings. Off to Heitschmidt. Heitschmidt working against Huffaker. Off to Reinert working against Tilburg. Man-to-man defense all over the court. Pressure all over the court by southeast of Saline. Nick Reinert gets called for an offensive foul. Tilburg took a dive. Tilburg took a dive and got rewarded for it. 8-point lead for Smoky Valley. Southeast of Saline now with the ball. Vikings are going to put a little full court press on. And they don't even run any of their deflect defense tonight. Here's White shot. Good. White, 8 points in this quarter. 13 in the half. 21 for the night. He's a player. He's got a lot of speed, a lot of ability. He is a senior. Reinert off to Weldy. Weldy looking underneath, not there. Off to Jacob Adams. Jacob looking off to Heitschmidt. Heitschmidt dribble drive from the elbow. He gets knocked over. White's going to fool around and foul out. He's so athletic. He went up to block that ball. It's the 9th foul. They're going to call it shooting. He had to get out of the way. They might call it a 1-and-1. We'll see. They are calling it a 1-on-1, and he missed with Jacob Adams with the rebound. Quickly out to Reinert. Heitschmidt misses the front end of a 1-on-1. Off it goes to Jacob Adams. There's Abel underneath. Nothing there. Here's Weldy. Weldy looking to Abel. Over to Adams. Adams with it. Knocked around. Fouled by White, and that's 4 on White now. So he's going to have to be a little careful. 1:22 left to go. 47-53. Just a 6-point Viking lead. Jacob Adams now with 2 free throws. First one, good. We needed that, boy. Jacob was 1 of 2 earlier. Needs to knock these both down. Low scoring night for Jacob. He's just got 6. And now he's got 7. Good job, Jacob, making free throws down the stretch. And Weldy out. Blake Hebel in. Minute 22. 8-point lead to go for the Vikings. 22. Montgomery with it outside, guarded by Hebel. Gets it over to Huffaker. Baseline to Tilburg. Tilburg drive. Tilburg got called for the I thought he was going to get called for the travel. Zach Abel with the foul. That'll be Abel's second. Got 2 more fouls to give before free throw. Huffaker or Tilburg on the weak side drive, and he got without the ball, and they got the inbound play to him, and he scored an easy bucket. Vikings a little bit lazy on defense. They're not getting set up the way they needed to be. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here, as the Vikings will be home again on Friday against Concordia, a team they defeated at Concordia last year to make it to the state tournament. So we'll be looking forward to that game coming up on Friday. And then it's off to Heston next Tuesday. We'll have that game for you, not on the radio, but on the internet at live.smokeyvalley.org. We'll be streaming. Mike Rose and I will be there for that broadcast on live.smokeyvalley.org. Vikings ball out of the timeout. Southeast of Saline called it to set up their defense. Get it up to Jacob, to get up to Nick. Nick with the handle on the ball, gets double-teamed, triple-teamed, and now gets it off to Heitschmidt. Heitschmidt over to Abel. Abel to Weldy. Weldy with it. Weldy on the drive. Has it knocked away and stolen. Tilburg with it. Off to Huffaker. To Montgomery, to Eklund, 3-ball, no, rebound, last touch by the Vikings, Zach Abel, 41 seconds left to go, 55-49, Smoky Valley. Back it goes to Eklund, over to Tilburg, knocked out of bounds by Weldy. Time running off the clock is precious seconds for the Vikings. The clock is our friend. It just doesn't run fast enough. Huffaker to put the ball in play. Inside, knocked away, stolen by Heitschmidt. Heitschmidt with the turnover. Well, very good, Brett. Here's Nick Reinert on the dribble, and they're all over him. And they finally call a foul. Huffaker.
Foul on number 12, Huffaker. His first.
And Nick Reinert will be at the free throw line shooting 2.
Number 3, Nick Reinert on the
They're scrambling all over the court trying to foul. Reinert too strong on the free throw. Reinert shoots about 90-some%. But that's his first free throw of the night, and it goes too strong off the back iron. Second one is perfect right through there. So he gets 1 out of 2. He's got 4 in the quarter, 9.5, 14 points on the night. Tilburg quickly up court, 56-49, 7-point lead. Huffaker off to Montgomery, to Tilburg, to White. White 3-pointer, no, missing everything. Heitschmidt with the rebound, and he's fouled. And Heitschmidt will be back at the free throw line shooting 2. And that'll be on Huffaker, his second.
Number 33, Brett Heitschmidt will be on the line shooting 2.
Schmidt back to the free throw line, shooting two. He missed the front end of a 1-on-1 a little bit ago, but makes the first here. And gets the friendly roll for both free throws. And here comes Montgomery quickly up to Tilburg. Three, rimming around and rimming in as Tilburg knocks down an Arnreiner at CPA three-pointer. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. The Vikings are going to get victory number one by the score of 58-51. We'll be back to wrap it up and have your Salina Ortho player of the game after this timeout.
Harvest with A-Series beans from Phelps Seed, your hometown Pioneer seed specialist, providing Pioneer wheat, corn, soybean, sunflower, and milo seed, along with the crop protection chemicals you need. Grow with the winner. Phelps Seed, with you from the word go.
People's Bank and Trust is proud to support the Lindsborg community and the athletes at Smoky Valley High School and Bethany College. I'm Ryan Beard, branch manager at the Lindsborg location for People's Bank and Trust, a proud native of Lindsborg, and I'm ready to be your banker. People's Bank and Trust, meeting the needs of our community and always improving the way we do business. Located at 201 South Main in Lindsborg, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Go Vikes and go Swedes.
As an active person, whether on the playing field or a morning bike ride, an injury can stop you. Quick treatment from Salina Ortho can lead to quick recovery. Don't allow an injury to keep you from the active life you enjoy. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
It's tough out there. Trying to stretch every paycheck a little further than the last one, it means cutting costs, and one of the best places to start is at the State Farm office of Anthony Hopkins in Ellsworth, because he'll do a free discount double check to make sure you're getting the car insurance discounts you deserve. Sometimes those can be up to 40%. So give State Farm agent Anthony Hopkins a call today, because being there to help keep more money in your pocket is why he's there. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Farmers State Bank of Lindsborg, located at 447 Harrison Street, is proud to support the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes. Good luck, Vikings, and good luck, Swedes. Member FDIC.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap, drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa? We're glad you asked that. Casasa. It's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Casasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for Casasa. Offered locally at the Bank of Tesket in Salina, Lincoln, Lindsborg, and Tesket. Member FDIC.